Hey y'all, welcome to Hibb's Room. Today we're going to be talking about the Nashville bombing. Who did it, what happened, and what can we learn from this? So let's get to it. So on the morning of Christmas morning, 2020, December 25th, around 6:30 a.m. Central Time on 2nd Avenue, which is, it's the epicenter of Nashville. It's right next to Broadway. It's where all the honky tonks and bars are at. So around that time, an RV packed of explosives blew up. And it happened to blow up right next to a very critical AT&T network switching center. It's very critical to our infrastructure. When it blew up, all communications are pretty much down for a little over 24 hours. Well, all if you had, AT&T or any of its like subsidiaries, you're pretty much out of communication. I was pretty much raised in Nashville. You can probably see, the big Titans flag. But man, this really hit home to me. I stopped by Nissan Stadium and I was able to get some pretty good footage of, some of the destruction, at least from across the river. So let's take a look. So, all right. So this footage was shot on that Sunday after. So zooming in, you can see, so that is the big switch center right there. And you can see the big marks. See all these windows blown out. Man, this is so crazy, really. And seeing, personally, I was always aware of that big red building being an infrastructure center, but apparently a lot of people did not. So who did it? The guy's name is Anthony Quinn Warner. It's always like the serial killers, man. They always give him all three names, middle, last, first, middle, last. Anthony Quinn Warner. So this guy was about, 63 years old. And apparently he was like a recluse. He lived in Antioch, which is, a decent suburb. I mean, it's kind of ghetto, a little hood. You hear a couple gunshots maybe, but, it's not bad. But so he lived in this building, and apparently he had a lot of rage. He was pretty much, I guess, mad at the world. And as we're learning every day, today is the 30th, 2020, December 30th. We just found out yesterday that the FBI was warned about this guy. So it's not like this totally out of the blue. So that's crazy. Even his lawyer, I guess his lawyer's name is, Mr. Throckmorton. He was a lawyer. He's a local lawyer. And he reported to the FBI that this guy should get investigated. And the FBI did go to his house. But apparently he wasn't there, so they didn't have any, warrants to bust in. But man, that's so crazy, dude. I think at this point everyone knows the AT&T, network center was the target. That was the target, okay. And before the RV exploded, you there's a recording saying this area will blow up in 15 minutes. Evacuate. So he wasn't trying to kill anyone. Okay. So why was he trying to blow up that data center? Like, why would you do all that just to take down communications for like about a day? Why risk your life for that? I guess maybe he's that crazy. I don't know. But so I've heard lots of conspiracy theories. The biggest one being the Dominion voting systems were stored in that Nashville AT&T center. And so he wanted to, I guess, blow those up to cover up something. I don't know. At first it seemed pretty plausible, but now it's kind of like, I don't know, because he seemed kind of like a, crazy right-wing guy, but why would he do that to cover it up? I don't know. So that's kind of debunked to me. That's just me. But I've heard another one and I've seen it all over, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, that, it's actually a missile attack. Like, I don't know. A missile attack. I've seen it, I'm not gonna lie. So I've seen all these different videos where, right before the big explosion happens, there's like a lightning bolt type of figure coming from the sky, like right before the major explosion happens. It's this little, yeah, it's like a lightning strike. And so, I mean, I don't know if someone's messing with the video, but I don't know, man. I see multiple different angles, and it does seem pretty crazy. I mean, I'm not buying it 100%, but that's another conspiracy theory that it was a missile attack, and we're all just covering it up. It is crazy that a major city had a bomb explode, right in the middle of it on Christmas Day, and you pretty much don't hear about it anymore. At least not on the major news. It's all over local news, but NBC, Fox, CNN, they pretty much stopped talking about it. Like they talked about it for about a day or two, and now it's like under the bridge now. It's like what else is new? So that's that's what happened, and what can we learn from this? Well, I think the biggest thing we can learn from this is you need to diversify your wireless, your wireless connection and your home internet. Because man, if you had AT&T cell phone and Wi-Fi and cable, you were completely in the dark. So I definitely know now for the future, it's really important to diversify your service providers. And another thing I learned, why do we have a very critical piece of infrastructure located right in the middle of downtown? Like that just does not make any sense to me. Like, I don't know if they're trying to go for like the hidden in plain sight type of view, or if it's just more convenient for like technicians and corporate people to be right there. But like, you would think it'd be like in the middle of a field, surrounded by barbed wire and like moats and something. Like Facebook does that. I know Google does that. Another thing we can learn from this is you really need to, I feel like it's good to know your neighbors, at least kind of like get a feel for them. Because, this guy, every big like school shooter or serial killer or something, all the neighbors are, oh yeah, he was a good guy. He was a fine guy. He said good morning every day. Okay. Well, I feel like it's up to our generation. I'm 25. I feel like we really need to do a better job to try to get to know our neighbors a little better. Just not necessarily be nosy or snitch all the time on them and they're doing a little anything kind of weird, but just get to know them. Like, hey, he's really kooky, or hey, why does he have all that fertilizer? He's not a farmer. Just stuff like that. I'm not. I could probably do a better job of that too because I really don't know my neighbors at all. I feel like the world's getting really crazy, man. Well, anyway, guys, that was my take on the Nashville bombing or terrorist attack. But let me know what you guys think. Are you, let me know the other conspiracy theories that you liked. And so, yeah, that's this edition of Hibb's Room. I'm just getting started here on YouTube. So, if you have any suggestions of what I should talk about, or even, my little studio. This is my studio. Really, it's just my living room. But, if you guys have any suggestions at all, or, if you guys have any videos that you want me to watch, I'm all about community. I want to have a good community. It's been coronavirus the past year. I have like real life friends, but it'd be nice to have some online, friends that share, that like watching videos or even like creating videos. So yeah, guys, if you're seeing this, like, subscribe. I'll probably like and subscribe back to you. I'm not anybody yet, so. Well, all right, guys, peace.